Hello everyone, it's Vicki here today designing for Bramble Fox, and I am using a perspective and some of the die cuts from the store this week. So I am starting off, there's the perspective that says time flies, and I have this idea of doing a longer title with some different fonts down the centre. So first of all I'm going to put some clear gesso on my page, and this just preps the paper for putting some water and mixed media on it. So the brand of gesso that I use is, let me have a look and I'll tell you, is Art Basics Clear Transparent Gesso. So I like that when it dries nicely and protects the page really well. So just drying that off a little bit and cheating so that I can get it done. And then I've got these Nouveau drops, crystal drops, and what I want to do is use this gold on the page, and I decide I'm just going to scrape it with my scraper there. And the gesso wasn't actually quite completely dry, so this does get into a bit of a mess. So I add some water to try and clean it up in a way, sort of spread it around a bit better. And so actually in the end it looks more like I did the packaging technique than scraping, but I think I managed to save it, so that was the important thing there. Okay, so just playing with that a little bit, and now I'm going to put some and water it down and do some splatters, and again they're just very, very subtle splatters because this doesn't work particularly well for splatters, but I just wanted to add some in, and you can see them subtly on the page, so I'm glad I did it. Okay, so now that's pretty much dry, and I'm going to start to build the page. So I've got this photo of my niece just playing around. She sat on my footstool, which is an elephant, and my idea is to have the title that says "Time flies when you're having fun." So I've just got a few different alphas. These are, I'm actually using the Hip Kit December kit for doing this. So everything I think is from that kit. And it all goes so well together. So there we go. So I'm just sort of laying it out now so that you can sort of see how it's going to look. So I'm just going to do a different alpha for each line. Okay, so there we go. So that's more or less how it's going to look. I'm going to start to stick some things down so that, because I know they're going to stay there, and then I can embellish without things getting moved around. Okay, so I'm just using Scotch tacky glue there on my perspective, and it doesn't dry immediately, but it does dry quite quickly, so it's perfect for using with these. If I've got a big chunky piece, sometimes I'll use a different type of glue, but it works quite well when it's quite thin lines. So I'm just lining this up. I do move this a couple of times actually, because I realise it's not central, it's not straight, and so the page did get ripped about a bit, but it does it fine. You can't really see it on the final layout. I should have been more careful about checking where the centre was. I think that was my problem there. So I'm just sticking those little black letters down because things don't tend to stick particularly well to gesso. So they just need a bit of a helping hand. I should have skipped through that part so you didn't have to watch it, but there we go. Okay. Don't forget the dot on the eye. Okay, so that's the basis of it. Here is where I'm just going to move the alphabet a little bit, and you can see the paper rips as I do it. And but that's okay. As I said, it doesn't really notice. That N bugs me a little bit because I find the leading tail is just a little bit too long, almost looks like a H, but yeah. Ooh, excuse my squeaky chair while I'm moving around. Okay, so now I'm going to do a bit of fussy cutting, and I love this paper with all the different houses on. I'm just going to cut some of those out and put each side of the photo because we're at home and houses just seem apt for most layouts at the moment with us all stuck and combined to our houses. So these are the die cuts pack number 6, and they're really cute little tags. And we've got on this set, there's a little insert that says home and one that says love. So I'm going to do a tag with each of those words on, and you'll see how it comes out in a second. And I actually do home upside down, so I have to redo that one. It's very confusing for a second for me, so I just redo that one quickly and make it home. I don't think that you can run them through together because the tag is solid, so I think it would not work well, so I did them separately. Perhaps they can be done together. I might try that later. So there we go. So I've just cut one that says home and one that says love, and I'm not really quite sure where I'm going to put them yet, so I'm just playing around at the moment until I make that decision. So I'm pulling out some pieces here, and I want to put something behind my photo, and I decided to put this tag back there, but actually I turn it over later. It's got a nice yellow colour on the other side, but at the moment it's going that way. And I'm kind of thinking in my head about putting the tags together, but I haven't figured out quite how yet. So I fussy cut out some flowers from that paper that you can see there, and I'm going to start layering up my photo now. So I'm going to put some of that paper with the yellow on the back, and then a couple of pocket life cards from my kit will go on there as well. Oh, sorry, just one pocket life card. So then I've got a pink of the blue and yellow sort of all behind, matching in with the colours of the houses, and the word fun at the bottom. So I'm distressing the edges before I stick them down, just to add a bit of extra texture. And I'm going to stick it all together and put it here. Now look at this, I do like that grey tag as well, but I did use the other side and I like that too, but the grey looks quite nice while I'm watching it back. Okay, so still sort of arranging, deciding where I want to put them, and now I think I might want to put my tags overlapping the photo a little bit, but first of all I want to put some white on the back of them so that the words stick out clearly, so you can see the word home and the word love more clearly. So I think I'm just going to skip through that bit while I do the second one. There we go, so they're both done now, and I'm going to put them approximately there, and I'm thinking that I can attach them to the tag that's already behind the photo. So just sticking down the O and the apostrophe from your, because they won't stick anymore after I've moved them around so much. I'm just trying to find some thread that I think will work with this, and I decide on a pale pink thread. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... I just added a piece of paper behind there because that's an open tag. The little heart is open at the top, so I just wanted to stop it falling off the thread. But I want to thread them both through this tag, and then so it looks like they're all threaded together. So yeah, so there we go. So I'm just putting that there, and so I've turned the tag over now so you can see the yellow side, and I'm going to stick these two tags there next to the photo. So I'm happy with how all this is looking now, and I need to start to stick things down, otherwise it'll never be coming together. We'll never get to the end of the video. Okay, so I'm going to put some foam on the back of my photo to raise that off the page a little, like that, and and then I'm sure I'm going to stick something down in a second. Just still moving things around. Here we go. So we're going to stick some things down. I will skip through a little bit on this in a second. But I'm going to stick the houses first. Some flat, some onto foam, just for a bit of dimension. And there we go. Just make sure I've got them straight. Sorry if you can hear my dog snoring in the background. I'm apologising too much on this video. Okay, let's stick down the tag there behind where the photo is going to go, and stick down the photo and the flower there. Can you hear that snoring? It's terrible. At least he's happy, right? Okay, so the tags are going to go there. I'm going to put some foam behind the one that says home, and the one that says love will just stick to the photo, which is already on foam, so it doesn't need any more foam on there. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Next, I'm going to put some foam on the back of that flower at the top with Time Flies, just to pop that up off the page. And I thought it was nice to have a bit of that yellow colour up there. And the other flower is going to stick near the tag of the same colour. Okay, so I must be getting near the end. I've got some little phrase stickers to stick down. This first one says, let's have some fun. The next one that I put down doesn't actually stay. I do remove that one and don't use it. And then the third one says, love this, which I'm going to put by the houses there. I can't figure out where to put that longer one. I think it's just too long, so that's why it doesn't get used. And that's it. That's the final layout. I hope you like it and it gives you some inspiration for using your perspectives this month from the Foxbox. And also take a look at the dies in the store. They're really nice dies, and those tags are super cute. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Vicky for Bramble Fox. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.